Hey ladies, this video is for everybody who has blue eyes, blue-green eyes, and you can even do green eyes. So on my business page, I posted a color wheel of what colors you should be using and why. Really, you should be using certain colors for your eyes to really make them pop, to accentuate your features, and to bring attention to your eyes, really. That's one of the first things people look at. So I'm doing a video by request for, I have brown eyes, but I'm doing this video for blue eyes, blue-green eyes, and even green eyes. So I'm using colors, let's see, I'm using 41, 5, and 15. So I'm going to do 41 first. So you always want to use a lighter color up by your brow bone, and that's really going to kind of break the line between where your eyeshadow is and where your eyebrows start. So if you have a dark color that goes all the way up here, it looks awful because there's no line really. You'll see. If you do it where you go all the way up with your color, it doesn't look good. So I'm starting, I'll show you. So this is Limelight by Alcone, and then I'm using this. It's like a light pink, if you will. It's almost like a white. So, see what I mean? I just put it up by the brow, and it really defines. It makes it really makes a big difference. So I do that on top, on each side. And I'm going to show you guys two different ways of doing your eyebrows, or I'm sorry, your eyeshadow. So, so that's one way. So you do that one color. So now I'm doing number 5. So this is the next darkest color. And so I put it, I kind of dab it in here. Dab. And it takes very little because the pigmentation in these is so high. And then you just kind of rub the excess off on your hand. Okay? So you're not putting a whole lot. You start in the outer corner because that's where you want the most concentrated color, in the corner. Okay? So for me, I have hooded lids. So if you notice when I close my eyes, my eyeshadow kind of disappears. So what I do is I put mine on while my eyes are open, and then I go up higher than where my hood is, so my color doesn't disappear. Okay? So, if you're doing just, if you're wanting to do something like, hey, I'm going to work, I don't want to do too much, or, you know, something kind of casual, then you want to be careful with how you're putting on your eyeshadow, because you don't want it to look too gaudy. Okay? So there's that, and if you noticed, I went under my eyelid as well, along my lash line. Okay? So you see that? So that's the second darkest. Okay. So that's number 5. So now I'm going to take my shader brush and do number 15. So this one's pretty concentrated, so I dab it on my hand. Okay, so you're doing the little V here. Okay, so you see what I did there, and then I'm just going to take a little brush and shade. Blend it in. And what that's going to do, it's going to kind of make your eyes look bigger. I'm going up a little bit further on mine because it disappears when I open my eyes. Or yeah, when I open my eyes, that's what I mean to say. So I'm just going up a little bit higher if you're watching what I'm doing. And then I'm going to blend. Okay. So you could totally stop there. Do you see the difference in my eyes? This one looks more almond shape, and I've actually made it look a lot bigger. So if you already have big eyes, you don't want them to look bigger, don't do this. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so we already did the white over here, so I'm going to show you a different way to do it. So I'm going to start out the same way. I'm going to go out a little bit further with this. And if you're not really good on determining what goes where, you can even put a piece of tape here, kind of line it with the corner of your nose all the way up, and then you can just, it doesn't even have to be a piece of tape, it can be a piece of paper, it can be anything. And you're just going out and up, not to your eyebrows. You can dab it if it helps you to have more control over it, that can work too. So this is kind of my going out look, doing something more than just going to work. You will not see me at work with this kind of makeup on. If you want something more dramatic, you're just going to concentrate your color more in the corner. You see now how I'm starting to get the little shape there. And then if it's too much, you can just fix it with your hands, okay? So subtle, kind of dramatic. So now I am going to do it a little bit different on this side. So I'm actually going to do a crease brush. I am not a makeup artist, so I don't probably use the right brushes, but I use what works for me. So then I'm going to start with the corner of my eye and go up in that same V shape. And then I'm going to blend in. I still wear purples even with brown eyes, you guys, and I love it. So this is not only for blue-green eyes or blue eyes. That's just going to make those colors pop on those eyes. Okay. You don't even have to wing. You can really just do the corner here. Just the corner with that darker color. And it doesn't even have to be a V shape. Just, you could really just sit it down and circle it. See how we're just concentrating that color there and then blend it in if you need to, which you always need to. So now I'm just going to blend because I don't want it to look so dramatic. Like, girl did not blend her stuff. I've seen so many people. You don't have to be a makeup artist to make it look good. You just have to know some right and wrong ways of doing it, if you will.